I just picked up on something that's been happening here as well with like body image and things like this. And I feel like this is a thought, but I feel like this one's game of transcendence is huge. Identification with like looks, and I can really feel like all this energy.
So for this identity, what is the nightmare scenario?
I feel like it's already been played out.
I see.
Like, this is going to sound terribly arrogant, but even though it wasn't believed at the time, that looking back at pictures, like this physical form used to be very pretty and attractive, and it was in an industry where it was all to do with your looks, and extreme self-hatred was going on at the same time, so it's such a paradox. But then after like being at Sahaja, there was all this complete like disassociation with the body, like covering all the mirrors and like completely just letting myself go in a way. And I cleared out that fear of being like, unattractive, plain Jane, like really fat. But now recently there's this like coming back into like accepting the body, but still there's this thing about like, because even you're doing your exercise thing and
supposedly.
But
that's good.
I don't. That must come from something inside saying I want to get fit. I don't want to. And that's here, but it's not. It's just I don't know how to describe it, Father. It's just I really don't know. But I just feel like it's just such a strong. Ugh.
So I'm very happy that you say that there is more acceptance of the body, but not acceptance that I am the body. When we're seeing more and more that I cannot be this body, then there can be also an acceptance of this body. So very often, like I take the example of the car, that the car, I'm not the car. It's a beautiful instrument. So why not to maintain it? It is body association. The idea that I am the body, which leads to ideas that if I am free now, then I should not have to maintain this body, or this body is, or some. It is saying I'm not the body, with this still some smell of feeling that I'm the body. So as you are now recognizing so clearly that I cannot be this body, and this body is just this harmless instrument sitting around, not doing anything, so innocent, that if the sense is coming to see the contours of the body and to say, okay, I better go for a walk, there's nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't lead to the identification as if I am the body. It more feels like this gift that has been presented to me seems to be getting out of shape. So maybe it's good if it runs about for a bit. So there's more lightness about it. There's no sense of guilt saying, oh, I haven't gone for a walk for many days. So just more light. Like that. Oh, I have to wash my car. Okay, today I was a bit lazy to wash it. Okay, tomorrow. It's more like that. You see, more not like, oh, like that. It's a beautiful. So you keep going as you are, in the recognition of who you are. Then also, in the sense of neutrality, what needs to happen to care for or not care for this body will happen on its own. The minute we start activating the one who's trying to figure out how to take care of this body, then we are again activating the false.
I think it comes up as like it's this fear of judgment from others, which is so ridiculous that it's coming up. And it's so funny because I can see it happening and it jumping from one perspective back into the personal perspective. It's just so, sorry, I don't know where I'm speaking.
No, it's okay.
I feel like I'm not judgmental about other people's bodies. Like, in fact, I love natural bodies, and just because my whole life I've just been bombarded with, like, you know, LA type things. You know,
LA type means all very
like,
they're made up. Type.
Yeah, made up and very glamorous. Like, that whole lifestyle was like where I was. But acceptance in the way others are, but yet there's still not for this form identified as this character. And I feel like it's just, I was saying that the other day, and I was just thinking, like, this is actually like an amazing, transcendent, like, game of it to fully accept this body, but it feels really in the thick of it.
Because it is most likely that you will find a time where all this conditioning was being gobbled up, either from the environment that we were in, or what our own mind was telling us, or wherever it came from. There must have been, sometimes you can say that some of it is so-called past life conditioning also, but mostly what I find is that even in this lifetime, if we look back, we will find that this was eaten up, you see, like tiramisu or something, just eating up this conditioning about looking a certain way, projecting a certain way, talking a certain way, dressing ourselves up a certain way. So all of this must have been gobbled up at some time. So now when it appears on the conveyor belt, it can come with all that again, isn't it? And something like this appears, either something triggers it, and so then it comes like this. But just what to do about it? Just nothing. Just the same way, to allow it to come and go. And you will find that as you're not even engaging in, and you just think, okay, it's nothing. It's not my problem anymore. That's a simple way to do it. Just to say it's father's problem. The difficult way, or the seemingly more difficult way to do it, is to bring it, fit it, doesn't want to be perceived in this way. Find the one who doesn't want to be seen as ugly or fat or whatever. And in either you're dropping this fresh conditioning, and that which is old conditioning cannot survive forever without this additional nutrition of fresh conditioning. So what is the thought that still can get you? Let's expose that as a first step.
You're fat.
You just become so fat.
No, you are fat.
You are. So watch it now. It's coming. This thought is coming. You're fat. You're fat. What's happening?
Right now, there's no bite to it. There's no thought. There's no emotion attached to the thought. I'm just
because it's not the right opportunity for the mind to play this card.
Yeah.
It's in Satsang,
yeah.
it's here, there's nowhere for this to land. But it'll keep waiting for the right time. It's just like guerrilla warfare. Sometimes the mind is like that. When it knows that it's losing the battle, one-on-one confrontational battle, then it just goes and hides in guerrilla warfare. It just waits for the right opportunity to come and then start shooting up. You see. So, like this, but here's where some faith, some devotion can come in and say that, okay, so much has been dissolved, so much has gone, even this is my father's problem to take away.
It's just come now.
Yeah.
Can we do it together?
Yes, yes.
So it's of a memory that okay. So there'll be a feeling in the body that's like arising up towards the face, and then the mind will say that's like a feeling of disgust.
So the sensation is happening in the body,
Yeah.
and the mind is interpreting it as disgust.
Yeah.
Okay, then?
And then more thoughts like, it's just the mind.
Yeah, saying what, you're so fat.
Yeah, like you shouldn't eat so much.
Huh?
You
shouldn't eat so much.
Food is your nemesis. You're never going to get over this one. Right, you just starve yourself again.
These sound like old friends?
Yeah.
They sound
Not
like
old friends, but definitely old
ones that were believed.
Yeah.
Let me have all of them. If you were fat, ugly, and free, would that be okay or not?
That would be great.
What's the problem?
I think for us, what it is just that, like, this one's life has been so revolved around what it looked like that now there's not that element so much, and it feels.
What, you were in the movies or what?
No, just modeling. But even before it was there was always this like drive to want to look. So I feel like now that that's not in this life, there's like this, it's a loss of identity as well, and I think that's.
So the model is gone, but she's still getting postcards from her friends. Make sure, okay, all this is fine, but just make sure you're not eating more than you should or something.
Sorry for this.
It's okay.
This is such a huge chunk of the identity.
Yes.
Like, it's just ridiculous. And there's always been this like manipulation or seeming manipulation of the body in order to push away the feelings of disgust or da.
So you said it was coming now. It's still there or it's gone?
No.
This feeling of disgust.
Yeah.
So just see if you cannot push it away when it comes. See what it looks like. It's a lot of fun actually. I know that it might sound a little trivial, but what happens when an illness comes, some disease comes in the body, these feelings of disgust or regret or hate, any of these feelings emerge. At least I find that it's a beautiful, fun experiment to just see how it is when some sickness comes in this body, just to see this darkish sensation pulsating here, just trying to make room, just to watch the play of that There's great wonder here about these things. So there's no sense of being close to any feeling. If disgust has to come, let it come. I'll enjoy watching it. If pain has to come, let it come. There will be some joy even in the ouch. Any of this. And as we allow this, then you find that it loses its power over us. All this self-image conditioning that, oh, you're being so disgusting and you should be another way, is a voice that you believed in the past. So now it tries to play up again just to retain the sense of person alive. You just allow all of this to happen. Don't say that I should be over this by now. Why is it not done for me yet? And one day you yourself will come and say that it was nothing. The mind was making a mountain out of a molehill. You are that to which these bodies are coming and going in the blink of an eyelid. Millions of bodies you have experienced, and millions more will be there for you when you want to experience them. What is the time when you felt the most disgusted with yourself?
I'm just remembering back to the time when I was like 16 and I just so miserable and starving the body so much, there was just so much self-hatred, and I thought it was all wrapped up in how skinny I could be. And that was the mind's game, just like the skinny and you get to happy a little bit.
Now look at that 16-year-old. Was there anything disgusting about her?
Just the mind.
Just this mind. Actually, the mind is not even so disgusting. It's just a comedian which you've taken very seriously.
I think what makes it so painful is after experiencing this body as just pure love, and then to be suddenly feeling those feelings of disgust again towards it. It's such, it's just such a contrast to know what I really am, but to be feeling just totally the opposite. It's like there's no access to my truth, there's no access to that, even though I know it's there.
Okay, so is the feeling of love what you are?
Mm.
So if that which you are is neutral to whatever feeling is arising, then Does the idea that I'm experiencing the opposite of what I really am, can that ever be true? If you're neither the feeling of love nor the feeling of disgust, you're just that attributeless awareness, then does it matter which feeling is coming and going? So the mind uses these things as benchmarks to say, oh, why is this now you're experiencing so much love, but why is this disgust bad? Therefore, you must be falling back into something. Actually, all of this must come up so it can be released. So that's why, although I say very simply, I feel there's great power in saying it is going rather than it is coming. It's not that the feeling of disgust is coming, it is the feeling of disgust is going. Then, anyway, whatever the feeling is, how does it matter to you? Isn't? So in this, maybe what is revealing itself is a sort of a attachment to feeling nice or love or something. Even that must down here.
Something doesn't really good about that though, because there's been so much suffering, and now there's so much like.
So you'll get into a tug of war with me about that one, and I know I will pull you one day into it. In the sense, if you say I don't want to give up that one, but I'm pulling at it, I will take it away from you one day. Because if there's an attachment to feeling a certain way, even love, you see, it is still not original, authentic to you. If consciousness wanted to experience only love, then it would not create the contrast. Then we remain unconcerned about which feeling. We don't even label anything love or disgust or peace or whatever. We're just going merrily, we are going our boat. Whatever is coming in the water is coming. It's okay.